think in today's video, I'm just gonna kind of do real time, kind of stop to stop, maybe do a few cuts here and there, just like if I got a long drive, do a stop, but just gonna kind of go stop to stop, kind of see the biggest obstacles that we deal with, some of the things that we come across, and just kind of go from there. It always does make it a little tougher when I'm, doing a route that I don't know that great. Although I am starting to know this route a lot better, more and more. The more times I do it, it does seem like I'm the guy that when this route's open or when they need somebody to run this route, I'm kind of the guy that they go to. So it is getting easier and easier the more times I do it. But there's still some things that, like new stops will pop up or stuff like that. But it's definitely getting a lot easier to do this route. So I'll just kind of do real time and see what happens. Earth is that? See, like here, I missed my turn to get into this can, so I had to kind of go through the parking lot a little bit. Oh, woo! Jeez, this baby is. I don't know if this thing's gonna get it up or not. Oh, holy God, that bothers me. Those glass, jeez. Those aren't gonna stay in there. Nope. Oh, this can is heavy. So I'm gonna have to get a couple of those glass off of there. They're not gonna stay on. Still don't know. This spot is. Oh man, this is gonna be. I gotta get this thing so level. It's so heavy. Ooh. Yikes. Oh. You don't realize how big of a sigh of relief I just made there. That was. Oh my gosh. I honestly didn't think that glass was gonna stay in there like that. Woo! Woo! Wow. Okay. Well, on to the next one, I guess. That got the heart racing quite a bit. Not gonna lie. That's the last thing I would needed was for a couple of those glass windows to windshields to come flying out of that can as I'm coming up. Whew. Yikes. We got it. Take a breath. This stop used to have way more cans to here, but I think some of the places closed down in here. They used to have like 3 or 4 more cans in this little development here. There's only like 3 in here now, I think. Something like that. There used to be a couple cans right there. Now there's just that one that I just dumped. This guy here on the dock. This one gets heavy too. It's like, I don't know if it's a newspaper place or if anybody knows what a newspaper is anymore. Now he's got a lot of older like newspapers or something in there, like little daily readings or whatever. I don't know, like the Gilbert Sun, whatever it's called. Got this guy here. All 3 of these cans need to be changed out because they're old. This one's pretty much empty. I'll give it a dump anyway. I'm kind of screwed up. A couple new stops back. It's kind of right where I just was by that glass place. Go back there. Get those 2 quick and then Almost missed it again. See, this is the kind of stuff that you're on into. Hey, who puts a roll-off box right there? Oh. That's definitely not the place I would put it. Anytime you're coming behind these buildings, sometimes you just never know what you're going to find back here. There could be delivery trucks, just anything back here that's just blocking your way. And you're kind of stuck. There's nowhere you can really go. Just got to kind of cross your fingers and hope for the best. Alright, one more over here. Dang. See, I'm gonna have to turn around somehow. Forgot that this stop only comes out on this little turn around in here, which was just that. Some of the issues, some of the problems. I get it been a while since I picked up that stop, and I forgot that it comes out to a one-way median. I gotta turn around and go right back where I just was again. Hope everyone's having a great day, great night, great morning, whenever you're watching this. Just gonna take you on a ride with me and see what we deal with out here. Be kind of boring if it was on a route that I knew like the back of my heart. I would never make any wrong turns. That's not fun. Oh, it's that place. God dang. Yeah. I have to turn around again. Forgot. I have to access this building right in front of me here. Big kind of fenced in building. There's a gate that I have to use the call button for, and it's on the south side here. We'll get there. We'll get there. Thanks. Logistics. Wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. See? I'm doing a lot of turning around. This is getting rather embarrassing. Now, this is another new stop. It's the first time I've been here. I thought, honestly, it was that building that with the black gate around it, but it's. If I would have looked a little closer to the address, it's this building. Now, question is, where's the can? I don't even know if this place is open yet. Nobody here. I mean, I guess it is President's Day, so it is a holiday, but just don't know. Let's see. Are we gonna get lucky? Gonna get lucky? Of course not. I'll have to turn around. See, and now I kind of remember. The hard part about this area is that they're all kind of, a lot of these buildings look the same. So it's like, you know, a lot of times I go off of what a building looks like or whatever. So it's, oh man, a lot of these buildings look alike. Gray and blue buildings, white. Let me open this gate. I'll be right back. Oh, what on earth? All right. But this thing's empty. I should have just looked at it before I even dumped it. It's probably empty. Yeah. Empty as can be. Alright. Yeah, I don't think anybody's even in this building yet. Super brand new stop, so I don't think anybody's place is even open yet. Alright, so all those are done. Now we can go back to alright. Alright, here we go. Kind of back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes it can be a struggle. But honestly, if you just... I used to get so worked up all the time. And I just kind of just started taking deep breaths and just, you know, stops are still going to be there when I get there. They're not going anywhere. So I've just kind of learned to kind of just calm myself down when I'm starting to get flustered or the older I get, the later in life, it's just not worth it to get all worked up and pissed off about stuff. And trash is, it's still going to be there. Yeah, I might have to turn around or go past it a couple of times and go back for it, whatever, but it's still gonna be there. So just, stop being in such a big rush. That's when accidents tend to happen, and people are always kind of, that's a lot of the new guys, that's where their biggest mistake in life is trying to, when they first get in this business, is trying to go too fast all the time. And that's when accidents happen. I just, there's always going to be guys out here to help you, especially when you're new. Almost every company I've worked for, the guys know you're new. They're always kind of willing to, ugh, speed bumps. They're always willing to give you a hand, especially the first month or two that you're learning. After 2, 3, 4 months, if you still need help every day, or then they're gonna start getting annoyed. But most guys, if you break down, they know what it's like to break down. So if none of our guys really ever get left on an island, or if you break down, there's always a guy or two that is always going to come and help you. Very rare when if you break down and nobody comes and helps you. Like, I really wouldn't want to work for a company that's like that anyway. So you get in with a good company and got good guys that they know what they're doing. They'll help you out for a while when you're learning. Especially if you're brand new into the garbage business, they'll give you a hand. They'll help you out. And then it kind of comes to a point where it's like, okay, it's been a couple months now. It's been 3 months. It's been 4 months. I don't think you need help anymore. Then they're going to start getting annoyed with you. So you can't ever rely on the help. Use it to your advantage in the beginning. Take it easy, take it slow. Make sure you're getting all your stops. Make sure you're being safe. You're learning how everything works. Definitely take that time when you're using, when you're with your trainer, to get as much information about the route as you possibly can. That way, when you're out here by yourself, it's not so daunting. It doesn't seem as, so hard, or just it's not as much to deal with. Yeah, take advantage of that trainer. Now, when you're still learning and you're still learning the route, take advantage of the help. Don't always just sit there and go, oh, no, I don't need the help. I don't need the help. And then the next thing you know, you're on hour 13 or 14, and, your help's long gone by now. So take advantage of the help when you're first learning. And then, kind of work to get faster. My biggest thing was, I always had a little notebook of my route, just little notes that I would have of stops and stuff like that. And I would always write down my dump times, like what stop I went to the dump at and what time it was, what time I left the yard. That way I kind of get an idea of, what time I went to the dump my first load, what time I went to the dump my second load, my third load. So then that way, the next time you come back on that same route, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or whatever day it is, you kind of have an idea of what time. So you can kind of see if you're gaining time or not. Grab this box. Oh. Okay. throw that in the recycle container where it belongs. Gonna give this a quick pack before we go. This big cardboard box is hanging up there. Now, some people use their cardboard box or their cardboard containers super fast, and then they just start throwing it in the trash and just clogs up the trash container. Sometimes you might have to just kind of sit here by this stop, pack it in. That way you're not throwing stuff out onto the road when you get, if you had a box sitting on top, you got a bunch of boxes that are not packing real good. Pack them in there before you take off. That way they're not flying out of the truck and hitting a car behind you. Yeah, it's probably not going to do any damage to the car, but you'll probably get a call. Last thing you want is a cardboard box to come flying out of your truck and scare the crap out of someone behind you. They don't know what's coming out of your truck. Like this stop, sometimes you have to do things that you're not supposed to. There's times where, just depending on where the can is, you have to go down wrong ways or one ways. It's the only really way to come into this stop is to come down kind of through that one way there. But like this enclosure is always ugh. We don't take any extras or anything like that. I mean, if there's stuff in the way, I'll just kind of move it out of the way, but other than that, it's just kind of try not to set the container down on anything. That way it's just that way they can at least throw it back into the container when at some point. Sure the post office will be, oh yeah, it's open. Shout out to any postal workers out there. Alright, that's the last stop in this area here. I have a little bit of a drive to my last area. It's got a bunch kind of right in a row, so I'll get back with you when I get back to that point. Alright, we are back. Well, gotta turn the pump on, make the arm go. John, come on. Alright. Got a couple cans on this one. It's like they always have a can in the back of the parking lot here that's, it's like they use it for their landscaping can or something. It's always just full of landscaping. That last can was kind of full, so I'm gonna go pack this first. These Palo Verdes aren't gonna fall in there real clean, I can tell. Give me 1 second. All right. So I've been looking for a mount that I can use to attach the camera on the arm, so you can kind of get some like hopper cam stuff going. But man, trying to find I don't know if it's, people have custom built mounts. Like I have a pretty strong magnetic mount, and the one time I used it, it fell off. Like as soon as I brought it up and the can hit at the top, thank God that the camera just fell onto the ground and it didn't fall into the hopper. But I don't trust that. I don't trust it anymore to stay up there when I'm dumping cans. So I don't know what kind of mount I would need to get. I mean, I guess I need to get my next thing is I need to get another camera. That way I can have one camera here, and then I can just like, I can put one inside the hopper. That I can do. I know that's not really gonna go anywhere, but I like to have the view of the can kind of going up with the arm. But I don't trust the type of magnetic mount that I have that it's gonna stay. So if anybody knows of a mount, or that wants to build me a custom mount for my arm, I use the DJI Action 4 camera. If anybody knows or anybody wants to build me a custom mount, throw it down in the comments or let me know. This one you have to get pretty close to this. They always have a pickup truck sitting here over on the right side. Get a little too close for my comfort, but it's usually about a good foot, I would say, foot and a half of room. Like in front load terms, that's a lot of room. But for people that have never done it before, it gets rather close. Can make certain parts of your body pucker up, if you know what I mean. And a lot of this stops here. In this area, you kind of back out onto this kind of road here. But the nice thing is that there's a camera mounted on the side of this truck. So when I'm backing out, I can see before I get into the road whether there's anybody coming down the road or not. This next stop, they used to have their can in the parking lot, but they always had so much stuff. It was constantly blocked. So now when it's their pickup day, they always bring it out to the street here. Oh, she is full to the max today. Just gonna squish this down quick. Give myself a little buffer. I feel like that box is still gonna come out. Alright. That should be good. Hopefully. Slow, tilt it back, and then give it hell. Hopefully everything gets in there. I got stuff stuck up in there. That is the biggest problem with this route. So many stops that are cans are full of pallets and cardboard and pallets and you get an 8-yard container that's full of cardboard and pallets, like it can become an absolute nightmare, and I still don't think everything's out of there. Something falling off here, man. Come on. Alright. Let me get out of the way, people. Sorry. I know you have jobs to do too. I get it. Trying to drive and pack at the same time. Making sure nothing's falling over the blade. Don't even get me started on that. Second load this morning, I was starting to get full. The stop here quick so I can pack this in. Starting to get full, and I was gonna grab 3 more stops before I went to go dump. Those 3 are the worst cans that I think I've ever dumped in my life. Every one of them was full of cardboard and pallets and all kinds of stuff was falling over my blade. I had to spend 20 minutes at the dump pulling all that stuff out behind the blade. If you get enough stuff that falls in behind your blade, it can, especially pallets, you never want like pallets or boards and stuff like that to fall out behind the blade, because that, you know, you got all your hydraulic hoses and all that stuff back there, and yeah, it can cause hoses to blow and leak. And you know, some of these boards that got nails in them, you know, if all of a sudden you got a board that's got a nail in it and it falls behind the blade and you bring it back and it smacks up against one of the hydraulic hoses back there, you know, easily pop a leak. And now it's gonna, you know, those hoses are under so much pressure, it's gonna start spraying hydraulic fluid everywhere. So you really have to be careful of, you know, if a cardboard box falls back there, a bag of trash or something, it's usually not that big of a deal. But when you got stuff like pallets and gnarly shit like that falling back there, it can cause major problems. So all I had to do was basically, it was like 3 pallets fell out behind the blade, so I had to basically bring the blade back as far as I could without like crushing it, and then just closing the top door and just going straight to the dump. Oh, this guy. Every time. Yep. Load the truck. It's like every time I come here. So I'll give him some room. Now, this is definitely one stop you don't want to back into anything. So you got to back out of here. And man, you back into one of these racks full of granite countertops and stuff, it's literally going to cause just a massive domino effect. You hit one and they're all going to just domino over. And it's going to cost a lot of money to replace. Always got to be paying attention when you're backing out of this place. I mean, don't get me wrong, you got to pay attention every time you're backing out of a place, but this one for sure. Backing out. Look at my other side camera. Nobody coming. Look that way. Nobody coming. Alright. We're good. green beans laying in the middle of the ground there. This route's it's just so much. It's just so full of like manufacturing companies and cabinet making companies, and a lot of times they have the abilities to, like this one. I don't like how close that. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Just don't like how close I am to this trailer on my left here. Driver's side door here. We're good. Well, I think my camera is about to die here pretty soon, so I just have a few small stops left to go. Nothing real eventful. The next few stops left, so I will leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's kind of definitely a different type of video. Just kind of letting the camera roll and kind of give a real life, kind of what it's like, kind of real time. Some of the challenges that I dealt with today. If you guys like this video, share it with anybody that you think might be interested in getting into the front load business or trash business. Share it with them. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're only about, I don't know, less than 30 away now. I think we're like 27 away now. So if you want to be part of that 1,000, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you never miss a new one, and we will see you in the next one.